Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Odd Danny, bringing you another episode of The Odd Mind, showing you just how deep the rabbit hole goes. What a beautiful thing when you're seeing people awaken or find the route to spirituality all around you. It's becoming more and more popular. Take a look.
That love from God came into me. It was so powerful that the next day I threw away all my drugs. Everything was created for Christ and by Him, and we're created to be with Him.
I suddenly felt like I was looking at these thoughts from another perspective, and I wondered, who is it that's aware that I'm thinking? And suddenly I was thrown into this expansive...
I don't want a feeling that people are being exploited. People need to live spiritual lives, all of us. I'm a person, and it's good to have access to the infinite consciousness that is available to all people, but through the five senses is delineated, keeping us trapped on a material plane. We think reality is what we can apportion through the limited instruments of the senses, but reality is, of course, far beyond that. Spiritual data, we don't have the correct instruments to receive it, and we live primarily in anything that we're describing through science, we're describing through the prism of the five limited senses. Our eyes can only see between infrared light and ultraviolet light. There's light bouncing around everywhere. Our ears can only hear a tiny decibel range, can't hear the noise of a dog whistle, can't hear any high-pitched frequency sounds. Isn't it likely then that there are other vibrations, frequencies, energies, consciousness?
In an emotional Instagram post shared on Tuesday, Chris Brown expressed that he finally heard God's voice for the first time.
You see, people all over are starting to find the right path, the golden path to spirituality. It's a beautiful thing. But it has been brought to my attention now that there could be dangers with it. And those I must go over with you. Okay? So, once you start heading down the spiritual path, you start heading down the golden route, you are eventually going to go through what is called the Kundalini awakening. It's different than the spiritual awakening. What is Kundalini? You see, Kundalini is an energy that is within everyone. It is a life force, and it remains dormant in your spine. In the bottom, the base of your spine, it remains immovable until you awaken it. It's a very rare occasion in people's lives, but it's a very blissful and very important part of the spiritual path. Okay, what is Kundalini? Kundalini is the energy that is within you that will keep you living in a blissful mind state. Okay? What Kundalini does is it's a healing process. It is a never-ending healing process. Once you awaken to Kundalini, you are forever going to have a healing process going on within your body. You have an energy force that travels through the seven chakras. You know, when you have any kind of bad emotion, you know, you get sad, mad, nervous. You're seizing one of your chakras. Each one of your chakras, you know, each one of your emotions hurts a chakra in a negative way if you have a negative emotion, rather than in a positive way if you have a positive emotion. But experiences, bad experiences, and, you know, trauma, bad karmas, they stay in your DNA. They stay in your cells. They sit in you forever. Okay? You can't see that. You don't know that. But it is in your subconscious. Okay, there's things out there that you have never gotten over. You just forgot about it. But it's still haunting your mind and eating away with it without you even realizing it. You see, what the Kundalini does is it travels through your body, clearing out all impurities and imperfections. The Kundalini knows your body better than you do. It is a mind of its own almost. Okay? Right now, all people who have not had their spiritual awakening and not have found this path are living in their egotistical mind. They are living for what they see in the physical world. Okay? They are living the life that is viewed upon to be the proper way. by society or by the physical world. Okay? They're chasing materialistic dreams and false happiness. It could be real happiness in some people if you're content with what you do. But when you awaken your Kundalini, it now takes over the job of the ego. You are now in control, or let me rephrase that. The Kundalini is now in control. Okay? It takes over the ego's job. It takes over the job in helping you make decisions. I came up with a little theory on my own, and you know the little angel and the little devil you have on your corners. You know, you have your angelic side, which is your Kundalini, which is truly here to better you, or your ego, which is telling you how to get more items in this materialistic world, whether it's sacrifice your health or not. Okay, the job of the Kundalini is to make sure you stay in your healthiest position. Okay, so it travels through all those chakras, clearing out all those blockages, clearing out all those bad karmas. It travels all through you, removing the stains and the problems on your DNA. Now that comes into this whole video that I'm making. When the Kundalini begins to clean out your body and it begins to heal you, what it does and how it works is it pulls all these karmas, these bad experiences back to the surface of you so that you can eliminate them out of your mind and squash them, get over them, truly let it go. Okay? It pulls everything to the surface of you. With that being said, imagine having all of your bad karmas and your bad experiences pulled to the surface of you in a very short period, or almost all at the same time. It can be frightening. It can be very, very frightening and traumatic. Okay? Some people, it literally drives crazy. And it puts them into a very problematic psychiatric state of mind. Okay? When you start reliving all of your bad experiences, you have to stay positive. You have to keep in your mind that it is the Kundalini doing its work. Okay? You will hear from almost everywhere, whether it be websites, yogis, or people on their spiritual path. One thing that most people have in common is this stressing of the importance of a guru or a teacher or a guide, somebody to help you along this path. Because coming with your Kundalini awakening comes with a lot of changes in your body. Changes that you might not know exactly what it is. Whether it be changes in your eating patterns, appetite in general, okay? Mood swings, incredible mood swings. You know, when these things are rising to the surface, you don't know what to expect. You also have shaking, twitching in the body sometimes. Or sometimes huge rushes of energy shooting up the spine, down the body. You don't know what these are. They might freak you out. So having someone there that does know what they are and that can help you to, and tell you or help you realize why these things are happening will relieve a huge amount of stress off of your chest during this process, because especially during this process, no one wants to get stressed out. Okay? Understanding that Kundalini is here to help you and understanding its goals and how it works will help you on this path as well. So basically, my word to you and my point behind this video is, first off, go find yourself a teacher, okay? It will help, and you will not regret it. They are very hard to find, but well worth the time. The knowledge in which they can bring down and rain down into your life will change your life, okay? And another thing is understanding why things happen. If you don't have a teacher to tell you, if you don't have a guide or someone constantly there to keep reminding you that it's going to be okay, that it is just another healing step of the Kundalini, you will be okay. You need to understand the importance of staying in a positive mind state through this whole process. You need to understand the importance of not getting upset and not questioning the Kundalini on why it does what it does. Because you still are going to have that ego, and you're still going to have that ego blaming all these problems on your Kundalini. And it's going to make you want to give up this journey. And it's going to want to make you give up on the Kundalini and everything that it has to bring. But you don't. Because ultimately the Kundalini is going to purify you and make you into your greatest version. Which I'm assuming and I'm hoping is why all of you are watching this, and why all of you are on your own spiritual journey. Hopefully I was able to help. If you have any questions, concerns, or stories you'd like to tell, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. Or don't hesitate to ask us any questions at social media. We put all of our social media tags in the intro of the video as well. They will be located down below. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that little bell so that you can get the updates on videos that will help you reach the next step on your golden path. With all of that being said, stay healthy, keep vibrating high, and we will see you again.